How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and here we are at the penultimate episode ever of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I am not ready to record the final episode in a few days' time, in my recording perspective. But all good things must come to an end, and after 2.5 years of this roller coaster journey, a journey that has been filled with so many happy moments, but also so many devastating moments as well. And I'm sure that the final episode is going to be no different. So, yes, but I am really looking forward to coming into this episode because we ended things on an explosive manner with Faith and the Potentials being caught up in a, potential explosion. It could be a joke bomb for all we know, but yes, we didn't hear it explode, so... No, but there may be some casualties amongst the Potentials. I have a feeling that Faith is going to be safe. I don't think they're going to kill her off that way. So yeah, especially how they left us on a bit of a cliffhanger. I don't think they're going to kill off Faith there and then. A few of the Potentials... Maybe, but they're more likely, a few of the Potentials are more likely to get the axe over Faith. But speaking of that, Buffy found what seemingly looked like an axe, so it was a very, very great episode last time around. Spike being MVP, especially with his lecture to Faith and the Potentials regarding Buffy being kicked out her house. Still not over it. But also the fact that he gave Buffy that inspirational push, that motivation that she needed, and boy did Buffy harness Spike's words and managed to find a bit of an Achilles heel for the First and Caleb as she managed to get the better of him. So things are looking on the up, but I'm expecting these next 2 episodes are not going to be a walk in the park, so I am prepared for pain one last time with this show. So, I mean, I say that, I'll be rewatching Buffy episodes, especially for the drunk rewatches, and I'll be, sobbing my eyes out, so... Great. But you get what I mean. It's going to be a really, really interesting final 2 episodes. So, with that said, let's get into episode number 21 of season 7 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Let's go.
Because the question now, girly girl, is can you pry it from solid rock before I come over there?
Piece of cake. It's Excalibur all over again. Run.
Darn.
I'm here!
Now we just need to find Faith and she'll be saying, my leg's broken, I think.
I think my arm is broken.
No! No! Stop! I was making an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reference, but you didn't have to. I was expecting a bit more casual. Oh my shit! Yeah, they are literally sheep without a shepherd.
One of him. We can take one of these things.
Oh, is she gonna... Yes, let's go. Holy shit, look at that! What a leveler! That axe is badass!
And it didn't work out. You guys, it was a trap. It's not her fault. That could have just as easily happened to me.
She doesn't have foresight.
Are you back? I don't know.
Are you gonna embrace her?
So it's true. Scythe matters.
And ignoring that.
It's a badass.
Kill strong bodies 3 ways. And you say you sense something when you hold it? Not much, but it's strong. And I knew it belonged to me. I just knew it.
Calling.
You are?
You're coming with me.
Oh shit.
Well, I think you should drive because that scotch made me a little dizzy.
Okay. I'll get Kennedy to watch the girls. She's tough. Imminent death won't bother her. You got it?
I meant heroic and uplifting way. See, I'm still
Xander, you're one of a
optimistic.
kind.
You're just thrown off a little by this gritty-looking eye patch.
I know what you meant.
I should be at your side. That's all I'm saying.
You will be. You're my strength, Xander. You're the reason I made it this far. I trust you with my life.
I mean, you can't be living without a heart, right?
I change, and then it's all black hair and veins and lightning bolts. I can hardly do a locator spell without getting dark roots.
And if it was
This
necessary.
time last season, right? Oh.
Honestly, I don't know.
Would Dark Willow be on the side of the Slayer, though, if that's the case?
What? Jokes, you know, or some eye for an eye jokes. Or maybe even a postmodern eye Claudius joke. Yeah. It's about standard, Sonny. Hey, just,
I feel bad
good
for you
Look,
and your eye.
everyone's still kind of on guard around
terrible.
you. But before you know,
What? 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 Is this the... What? 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 That's not for...
Not that I care personally, but
I am thy humble servant.
Good for you, buddy. Oh, shh. And boom. Such an embodiment.
well, Robin lasted pretty long. Boy's got stamina.
Principal Wood
Oh.
and you. And in my...
Don't tell me you two got
No,
really.
no, we're just good friends. Or mortal enemies, depending on which day of the...
Look, let's just...
That's
Besides
fine.
the point.
Okay, the point. Me, by myself all the time. And looking at you, everything you have. And I don't know, jealous.
I mean, I guess everyone's alone. But being a Slayer, there's a burden we can't share.
And no one else can feel it.
I love
Thank
this
God we're
discussion
hot
of
chicks with
the
superpowers.
advantage
Yeah,
and
Jeff.
disadvantages
Comforting.
of the Slayer, like with the Scythe and the price of being the Slayer.
You're dope.
I'm a what?
You're dope. And a bonehead, and you're shirty.
Have you gone completely paranoid?
You see this? This may actually help me fight my war. This might be the key to everything.
This
And
might
the
be
reason I'm holding
a
it
bit of a
Because
leveler.
of you. Because of the strength that you gave me last night. I am tired of defensiveness and weird mixed signals. You know,
It was the best night of my life. If you poke fun of me, you bloody well better use that, because I couldn't bear it. May not mean that much to you, but
I just told you it did.
yeah. I hear you say it,
Ah!
but I've lived for so... All I did was hold you, watch you sleep.
You protected. You were there for her.
In my life. So yeah,
I was.
what does that mean?
Don't mind me.
I don't know.
My heart is dying
Yeah,
at the minute.
No? Not right now.
Maybe when.
No, let's just leave it.
Oh. Oh.
We'll go be heroes.
A lot more, gotten to know people, seeing what they're capable of, and I guess I just realized how amazingly screwed up they all are. I mean, really, really screwed
Look at
up
you,
in a
Anya.
monumental fashion. I mean, they're lame morons for fighting, but they do. They never quit. So I guess I will keep fighting too.
Anya, look at
That
her.
was kind of beautiful.
It what? Look, I love her
You-
so much.
You love humans.
I do not.
You did.
Stu, you
What the hell? Okay. Them two shipped.
What's your name?
Buffy.
No, really.
Yeah.
We
What's
forged it in
the matter?
secrecy and kept
Okay.
it hidden from the Shadow Men.
Yeah, met those guys. Didn't really care too much for them.
Ah, yes. Then you know. And they became the Watchers. And the Watchers watched the Slayers. Then there were monks. And then there was a town. And now there was you. And the scythe remained hidden.
Very interesting
I don't
bit of
understand.
lore.
How is it possible that we didn't know any of this?
We hid too. And perhaps you can beat back the rising dark. One way or another.
This is
can
it,
only
leveler,
mean
really.
An end is truly near.
What? Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part on account of her neck snapping and all. Did she say the end is near?
Please know that I love you and that everything I do is for you. I promised once to show
So
you the
Xander
beautiful
was
world,
protecting
and I'm gonna
Dawn.
do everything I can to make that happen.
Oh! Well,
Can't you see? You can't stop me. I could just keep going back for more.
die!
It's like being reborn.
Shit.
Kinda hoping it goes this way.
Come on, Buff. Angel! Yes! Yes! Holy shit! Yes!
It's never much for preachers.
Yeah.
God, I miss watching this.
Angel's just reveling. There we go! Angel really became his kryptonite. Chop his head off!
At least you could tell me you're glad to see me.
Oh, my heart! Oh,
Bitch.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. I am so conflicted. Look, I am conflicted because there was that beautiful moment with Spike and Buffy, granted, and that got my heart singing away. But you guys know I'm a huge Angel fan, and shit. I mean, I don't know how to feel. Can both is good be a factor here? Because, you know, look, yeah. Thing is, though, after watching the season 4 finale of Angel, I kind of expected Angel to show up, but that was like a maybe he will, maybe he won't scenario. We got a leveler here. Although I do wish Fred and Co were there as well. That would have been great, though. Wesley coming through as well, like that kind of reunion. Like, we've got one more episode left to go. So, but I'm so happy. Well, there we are, folks. We are one episode away until we do conclude Buffy. Yeah, I'm really nervous about what's going to happen because, of course, it's going to be the final episode. So, I mean, obviously there's a season 8, so I do kind of expect Buffy to survive. I mean, it would be a bit of a bummer if, you know, the main hero did die or whatever. I mean, then again, she's done it twice, so... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who else could potentially, you know, face the chopping block, and that makes me a little bit worried because I don't want to see the characters that I've grown attached to over the years die. So, but anything can happen. So yeah, I don't think Angel's gonna die because you know, season 5. So yeah, but I am really excited to see how things are going to go down. And yeah, I loved a lot of the character interactions in this episode, from Buffy and how she made that really, really impactful speech to Xander, stating her love and how he is a strength for Buffy, to the conversation with Faith and Spike as well. There were so many great conversations, and there were so many good moments in this episode that, you know, it was just really, really incredible. Anya had a really, really amazing moment. And I feel like this was a, you know, I would say calm before the storm based episode, because I feel like there's going to be a lot of hecticness coming into the final episode. So I feel like we're getting the final bits of very poignant character interactions out the way. I mean, we still will probably have some in the final episode, but you get what I mean. There's going to be a lot more, you know, fist action and whatnot coming into the final episode. So yeah, but I really, really yeah, I am really, really happy with how this episode went by. And of course, Buffy inevitably, I guess, reintegrating with the potentials, although Buffy did remain adamant that she wasn't sure if she was willing to lead them again, which I do kind of like. There's a bit of realism there, because still after everything, there's like, even though Faith's out the game, there's still a bit of reluctancy from her. So yeah, she's not entirely sure about, you know, if this is the right thing to do, but still, it's really, really nice to see. And we had some really, really nice moments, like with Giles and Willow. There might be a tease there about Dark Willow emerging, which I think that's gonna happen. And I don't know, like, I don't know how it might work in terms of, like, oh, is Dark Willow going to realize, no, I'm going to side with Buffy and go, you guys can burn, etc. Like, she can go all aggressive, but not, you know, burn the world to a crisp aggressive like this time last season. So yeah, but I feel like with Giles making an acceptance about Dark Willow having to come out again, if it comes down to it, I feel like that might be planting the seeds in terms of Dark Willow emerging. I don't know, because it is kind of worrying that we could have that prospect, but I'm also kind of here for it. So I feel like we're going to have all of our players out in force in this final battle, and that's why I am more and more convinced that we're going to have a Dark Willow cameo, but she's able to rein it in, and I don't know, that might give her a bit of hope for the future, that you know, she can be so powerful, because of course this has been a thing for her all season, her recovering from her spell to the dark side. And I think it's very, very fitting that we have this season opening out with Willow trying to recover from what she experienced, and Giles trying to help her with that. And we have in this episode Giles saying, well, this might have to be a thing if it comes down to it. So, and with him saying that, I feel like that opens the door for Willow to go that extra step further. But I feel like there will be a moment where she's able to rein it in, if that makes sense. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's the way they're going. And if so, I'm here for it. But I'm also concerned, understandably, considering last time we had Dark Willow. I mean, earlier this season, we did have a brief moment where Willow did, of course, lash out in her when she was utilizing the magics. So yeah, but we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. Yeah, that speech with Buffy to Xander was really beautiful, especially with the fact that Buffy needed him, as well as the fact that you had Xander beat himself up about, you know, well, he wasn't so much beating himself up, but he was saying how he could still provide it, I guess, some kind of use and sense, and Buffy realized that, and thus said to Xander, could you please take Dawn away, basically. Although I was kind of worried at first, like in some capacity, that the first may have infected Caleb maybe when he went for the eye. Which, I guess I can't blame myself in hindsight for thinking that way, especially when you think about the fact that Xander was making eye jokes and whatnot, and I was thinking that, okay, is he infected in some capacity? I don't know, which of course would be a bit I don't want to say convoluted to explain, because obviously the first can only take the guise of those who have departed from this mortal coil, but obviously there was that merging that that the first took with Caleb earlier in this episode, so don't know what that's going to entail with Caleb biting the dust. So we found out that Xander decided, well, Dawn is probably going to fight this if I say, I'm going to have to take you away, and decided to knock her out. And Xander, I guess, was right in a sense, because of the fact that Dawn decided, oh, you like to play the game of being knocked out? Well, so, and it seems like Dawn's going to make her way back, so at least Xander tried, but obviously Buffy was looking out for Dawn, obviously, with the fact that she doesn't want a kind of similar scenario to what happened in season 5 to arise for Dawn, and she wants to look out for her, but Dawn's not going to let Buffy go into battle alone, but Xander tried, like I said, that bit with Xander and Buffy was really, really brilliant, and I just feel like that's going to be their last discussion, really, and they've had some really, really beautiful moments, but that exchange was really, really great, and she's probably not going to be happy when Dawn returns, but you know what? I think Dawn doesn't give a shit at this moment with the world potentially coming to an end, so but we had a nice conversation. We had some nice moments with Buffy and Faith as well in this episode, with them two being able to bond. And not just that, though, but obviously in this episode we discovered the strength that the Slayers can harness with the scythe that Buffy acquired. That she pulled out in an Excalibur kind of way. They even made a reference to it, but still. But there was, of course, the strengths of the Slayer, aka the scythe, pardon me. And we also had, I guess, the I wouldn't say weaknesses, but of course the downsides to being the Slayer, because we had them to bond and reflect on how painful this kind of life is, because it's not really this. It's not a normal life. There's that bout of loneliness that the Slayers go through, and they might not be best friends or whatever, but there is one thing that they can agree with, and it's that connectivity and bonding, and it's really nice to see. Obviously, when you reflect on their history, there is a lot between Buffy and Faith, but it was really nice to have that bonding, and I really, really loved it, with them discussing about how there is that loneliness, and you've got Buffy bonding with the Scoobies, of course, and I guess with Faith, when you reflect on the last episode, her connection with Maya is still a thing that is a kind of a kryptonite for her. But there is that one aspect that they can both harness, and it's that lonely aspect, really, and it's quite sad, but I think it's something that only both of them can understand, is that this is a very, very rare thing, really, for for them to have, is that loneliness. The life of a Slayer is pretty lonely, but it's something that can get them to bond, really, because obviously there's been a lot of history going around, but they do have each other's backs. So, and it's really, really nice stuff to see. So, yeah, but I also really like that aspect that Buffy was there defending Faith when the potentials were saying we're being punished and whatnot, and we kind of got a bit of a downside there following Faith. So yeah, but Faith obviously wasn't to know. She's not a clairvoyant, so you can't really put any blame on Faith, but also there's no point beating yourselves up about the fact that you're being punished, because it's not that. There was just an unforeseen situation that you got caught up in, and you're just thankful that Buffy, with her fancy new weapon, managed to tear the shit out of the Turok, which 10 episodes ago would have been a trying battle, as we've seen. But I think with the fact that it's such a it's a legendary weapon, that's a great equalizer, really. It gives you a fighting chance, because as we've seen, there's thousands of Turok. I'm not sure what the gist is with the Turok, with those 3 Turok managing to escape, and the rest are still down below, I guess. But yeah, it is a great leveler, really, for this fight against the First, which is something you'd want to expect when you see thousands of Turok just ready to chomp. So yeah, but speaking of the Scythe and the power that Buffy harnessed, we had a very, very, of course, important discussion regarding the Scythe and the origins and whatnot. And then we had Buffy encounter this woman who was a watcher for the Watchers. So, and not just that, though, but was part of this group that hid the Scythe in the first place. So yeah, a bit of a late minute dive into lore, I guess, but I guess it makes sense with discovering this really, really essential weapon that you have something, I guess, last minute introduced, because if you're introducing the Scythe earlier in the season, that's going to probably solve a lot of problems, maybe. So I think the point with the last episode was Buffy finding that strength and having a bit of a silver lining. So, and obviously something so powerful, something that she can harness in a sense with that strength, with that Slayer strength as well. That's very, very exclusive. It's not like anyone can wield it and be like, I have the power, I'm He-Man. It's a Slayer exclusive thing. So yeah, but something as essential as that. It's really great to have a bit of a deep dive into this, and the fact that we have this group who had observed the Watchers and the Slayers and whatnot, and the fact that they said, hey, you holding this weapon, very, very important if you want to have hope against the rising darkness. So put it to good use, Buffy. I like the fact that she was a bit perplexed about what your name's Buffy? Bit weird flex, but okay. But I really thought that was a really, really nice, interesting dive into a bit of lore. So yes, but it's going to be really interesting to see what does happen with Caleb, because Caleb decided, and you said the end's coming. Yeah, for you it did, although we don't know if he's going to be do some kind of exorcist shit or whatever. I expect so, but we'll just have to wait and see what does happen. But yeah. I really loved the focus on Anya in this episode. Really loved her bit. I just love her. Loved the characterization of her in this episode, where she had a very, very amazing speech involved, where she was talking about her admiration for humanity, and was, of course, reflecting back to when an apocalypse happened last time. She decided to run, but she's going to stick around, and I just really love her discussing that admiration for humanity, and despite their flaws, despite how she can't, well, I wouldn't say she belittles the human race, but she has had some choice words, but she does admire, despite everything, the human race and their persistency. That's not even a word, I don't think, but their persistent nature, their ability to stand up and be strong and whatnot. And I really thought that that speech was really great. So I loved Anya's bit in this. So yeah, as well as the fact that she and Andrew had such a great bond. And I don't know if it was the post emotions following the Buffy and Spike conversation, or if it's just because they meshed so well, but I was getting a bit of a shipping vibe. So if both of them survived this, maybe, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I do like the fact that, of course, there is that discussion about, of course, the survival of what's going to happen with the first in regards to both of their participation, because there was Andrew who I feel like has that certainty that he might perish, and I feel like there's some kind of, I don't know, atonement in a sense, because of course there was that guilt that was explored in Storyteller regarding him killing Jonathan, and I feel like him making a comment regarding how this is going to test him essentially, and how he might not make it. It's all referring back to I guess what he did. So I really I mean, I hope Andrew doesn't die. I hope no one of the characters that we've gotten to love dies, but I can't say that this is going to go without consequence for the characters that I mean, there's going to be deaths amongst the potentials, but out of the main characters, out of the Scoobies, I can't say that we're going to end Buffy with no casualties. I just have a sinking feeling in my gut that we are going to lose some people. So, but we'll just have to wait and see what does happen, of course. And yeah, but I liked that conversation in regards to Andrew and Anya. Well, Anya specifically regarding her admiration for the human race. So yes, there was that. But yeah, shall we talk about the Spike and Buffy bit? Because, oh, my heart! God damn it, why did you have to do me like that? Yeah, I really loved that bit. Obviously, there was that really special speech that Spike delivered in the last episode about how she was the one, and of course, we got really the we got the post reaction from that, where Spike admitted that that was the best night of his life, and yeah, not just that though, but there was that admission from Buffy that he gave her that strength that she needed, which was very true. We saw Buffy so defeated in the last episode, and once Spike gave her that encouragement, she was like, okay, Caleb, let's kick some ass. You're gonna be a basic bitch by the end of this. So yeah, but no, in all seriousness, I really loved that discussion. It was really, there was some beautiful dialogue. It really kicked me in the heart, and yeah, like I said, I am feeling conflicted because obviously we had Angel show up, which was really great. Like I said, I kind of had a feeling that Angel would show up in sense, although it could have gone either way because, of course, different networks, But as I said, I feel like with the crossover in Angel's Orpheus episode, I feel like I'm not sure if this is like okay, you did this, so now you do this, in a sense, like I owe you one kind of thing. I don't know. But either way, given what was going on with Angel in the final episode of season 4, I was having a bit of hope that Angel would show up, but to see him, just to see him in that final battle, well, not that final battle with Caleb, because I expect he's going to be, like I said, Exorcist and all of that, but with that battle with Caleb, Angel's like, hey all, so yeah. And I really liked how he did stand a bit back and let Buffy take the spoils, not to kind of overshadow things, and plus put a bit of a dent to Caleb having that confidence that he can, outdo Buffy. So yeah, but he was kind of a kryptonite to Caleb, because as soon as he showed up, he was like, well, shit, I've got to put on the show, and then he was just choking all over the place. So yeah, but there was that bit where Angel and Buffy kissed. I love it. I don't care. I love it. But that's what I'm saying. I'm torn, because there was that beautiful moment with Spike and Buffy, and there was even a bit where Buffy, there was a vibe of her feeling with Spike, especially with that discussion and whatnot. So I don't know if there was, and not just that though, but it doesn't help that we had Spike in the crypt watching from a side, and he was feeling her, and it seems like he's rebonded with the first, which is great, because it was a room for concern, but great. So obviously there was a deliberate spark with the discussion that Spike had with Buffy, and the fact that he saw Angel and Buffy kiss. Why does OBS always freeze when I'm nearly done? Anyways, as I digress. But yeah, it was really beautiful between Spike and Buffy, but I'm still it's still a matter of conflict, really, because I love Angel so much, and that moment was beautiful, but I'm always going to be a sucker for Buffy and Angel, okay? So, yeah, I will remember you always stabs me in the heart, as does with a lot of Angel episodes. But also that moment was really, really nice, and with Buffy admitting how special last night was, and how motivating Spike was, and yeah, so I'm just really worried about how this final episode's going to pan out in terms of, well, not just in terms of who's going to survive this, but also Spike, and now it seems like it's teasing that he's back on the side of the first, so which is not something what we need, especially with Spike's story this season. So I do hope that Spike tries to resist the first, if there is that acknowledgement. Like I said, it seems like it's teased to be that, but yeah, but it will be very, very interesting to come into the final episode. I am not going to be sad whatsoever. Next time I do this, it's going to be a lot to process, because it'll be it. That's it. That's all, folks. There's still going to be like stuff that Buffy related that I'm going to do, whether it be on Patreon for the drunk rewatchers, or the Buffy movie, and I still need to play the games as well, but as well as season 8 and whatnot. So not the end of the road, but it is as well, in a sense. So it feels like a very, very significant chapter of the Buffy portion is coming to an end, even if there's still going to be some aftermath. But yeah, final episode time, folks. Phew. But yes, that was episode 21. A nice, I would say, calm before the storm-esque episode, even though there was still a few rumblings, of course. But you get what I mean, because I feel like the next episode is going to be pretty hectic, given the final one. So here we go, folks. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!